The Last Samurai by Edward Zwick is a film about change, a tale of the old being replaced by the new and the onward march of modern civilization. It's expertly presented through superb performances, practical battle sequences, and some excellent attention to detail from both historical context and production design. We follow Nathan Algren, played by Tom Cruise, a veteran soldier ashamed of his crimes in the American Indian Wars. He goes to Japan to train the newly established Imperial Army, but comes to a realization that Lord Katsumoto, played brilliantly by Ken Watanabe, and his people aren't as vicious as he believed, carrying a rare bond that few other cultures possess. These elements are further enhanced by the score, composed by Hans Zimmer and performed by the Hollywood Studio Symphony. The peaceful A Way of Life and A Small Measure of Peace are both beautiful compositions that add to the already engrossing atmosphere. But there's one motif that sticks out above all the others, consisting of 10 notes and used 4 times throughout the proceedings. Every time this piece is used, its feel and tone changes, seamlessly blending with the events on screen. It can perhaps be considered the main theme of the movie. The first time it's used is in a shrouded forest for the film's first battle, which pits a woefully unskilled peasant force against a disciplined enemy. There's a thunderous presence to the music, showing off the relentless and near mythical power of the samurai assault. The line breaks down and the soldiers meet their demise as the music builds up, emphasizing their fear and panic. It's an excellent introduction to the samurai, but the way Algren and the other characters are placed makes the opposing force out to be savage monsters at first glance, an intentional direction that enhances the film's plot. Soon after this sequence, Algren is captured and taken to the hills, where he begins to experience the samurai's culture firsthand. This scene in the rain is slower and more deliberative, bringing in the woodwind instruments to ground the setting, while also hammering down on the protagonist both figuratively and literally. Algren learns his place in this sequence at the hands of the skilled swordsman Ujo, played by Hiroyuki Sanada. The motif swells in intensity as Algren keeps getting back up. This scene shows how outclassed our protagonist is, alongside how low he has fallen in his life as a soldier. His inner reconciliation is only just beginning. As the film moves forward and Algren's perspective shifts to the teachings of Katsumoto, the same music motif also changes its viewpoint. When Algren returns to Imperial Japan later in the film, we see Katsumoto's son humiliated by the Imperial forces as his top knot is removed. At this precise moment, the woodwind instruments strum out a feeling of tragedy, something echoed by both Algren and the interpreter Simon Graham on screen. Just as Algren has switched sides, so too does the music, now creating sympathy for the former foe. In the final battle, the perspective is squarely on Katsumoto, Algren and the samurai warriors as they charge head-on into battle against the now fully trained Imperial Army. Paired with the visceral fight choreography, the battle is intense, but a keen ear will notice that the music never builds into a heroic crescendo. This isn't a story of good versus evil, or the samurai overcoming their greatest foe. Instead, it's a final stand, an act of defiance to deliver a message to a world that seems eager to leave their culture and teachings behind. The closest it comes to peaking is the horseback charge, which accelerates to match the speed of the riders, but this is abruptly interrupted by a theme for the Imperial forces as they line up to fire. Then, further on, it's stopped completely by the ruthless barrage of the Gatling guns. In effect, the main theme is an integral part of the storytelling, informing the audience that even if they root for the samurai to win, the true outcome of the battle is undeniable. With just 10 notes, this musical theme is a key pillar of what makes The Last Samurai a fantastic historical drama. It eloquently sums up the thematic roots of the film and complements the narrative at every turn, truly pulling us into the life and eventual downfall of a once mighty clan of warriors. Thanks very much for watching. The Last Samurai is extremely underrated and is still one of my favourite historical epics. If you enjoyed the video, you can see more on my channel and follow my blog at the links in the description.